Hi friends, Marin with Into Mobile. Today we're going to take a look at one of the most intriguing handsets of the year, the Motorola Droid Razr for Verizon. Now I say it's very intriguing because most of us remember the original Razr line and love the design of it. So we want to see if this one can actually do that justice as well as bring it into the modern era with what you expect. So here it is, Droid Razr, nice little packaging. I don't want to go through the box, you know what's in there, just micro USB stuff, all that jazz. And here's the device itself. So Motorola and Verizon are calling this device impossibly thin. And you know what? I can't disagree with that. This is 7.1 millimeters thick at its thinnest point here. Like the Droid X lineup, you kind of have the hump here for the camera module. But this is a very, very thin phone. And it's actually a leap forward in what you can do with industrial design, because this isn't just thin, it's also powerful. And it's packed with everything you'd expect from a modern smartphone, including 4G LTE, dual-core processor, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, all that jazz. If you look at the Droid Razr next to the Droid X2, you notice that similar design where it's the hump on top where the camera module is. But notice how much thinner the Droid Razr is than the Droid X2. It's significantly smaller than its predecessor. And here's the iPhone 4S, widely considered one of the thinnest and most well-designed phones. And at its thinnest parts, the Razr really outdoes it. So, interesting work by Motorola. So it's a beautiful phone, but there have been some complaints about how it operates with one hand. It's not so much that the 4.3-inch screen is too large, it's kind of the design of the bottom curves. So if you notice in your palm of your hand, it's not as comfortable as some other devices are, even with larger screens or even the Droid X2. So it's kind of a shame. So the thinness of this device is probably the most appealing feature of its design, but let's also go through a quick walkthrough of what else to expect on it. You have a 4.3-inch high-resolution display. Some of Motorola's other devices have had the Pentile stuff, which provides a little bit of graininess compared to, say, a Retina display or the Super AMOLED Plus. Most users won't notice it, but if you're really picky about your pixels, you know, that might be an issue for you. On top you have your, what is that, an HDMI out mini and your micro USB port for charging. You have a headphone jack, standard. On the right you have your power and unlock button. You notice that gingerbread TV animation or TV turning off animation. You have a volume rocker. Pretty standard stuff. Nothing else on this side. Bottom's pretty clean, probably a microphone down there. And then here is a little slot for your SIM card and your micro SD card. SIM card slot because this is a Verizon 4G LTE phone, and 4G LTE uses SIM cards even on Verizon. And then more cleanness here, lots of little curves to the design on the top and the bottom. The backing, this is a Kevlar plate backing. You notice that little checker pattern design. The Motorola 4G Verizon branding, and then this is actually etched into the back of the casing. It feels nice, soft to the touch, hard, you know, can stand a beating. You can't remove the battery, that's how they got it so thin. Supposedly it's supposed to be one of the best 4G LTE batteries we've seen yet. I will wait to, you know, have a full judgment on that. You have an 8-megapixel camera here, which can take 1080p videos. And Motorola hasn't been the greatest with their camera software, so we're hoping that this one improves on it. So let's quick look at the hardware on the Droid Razr. We can also look at the software. It's Android 2.3 with Motorola's custom UI stuff on there. You can notice, you can see the gradients behind the notification bar. Little things, you know, you have Motocast on this, which will let you stream from your home computer to your device. 4G LTE, obviously, which will let you stream stream, music videos on the go, as well as connect to really cool sites like Into Mobile.